Oh, cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to PMA LCS. It is now week 5? 4? We're a week ahead of LCS, right? Yeah, it's week 5. PMA LCS. We are here for Evil versus CC with the least surprising Renekton ban of all time. That's a targeted ban at Necro. As we all know, Necro is a ridiculous Renekton. Not shocking to see him there. We, of course, are the same people as usual. Hero and me. Me and you. This is what, our 4th week in a row casting together? Hoagie is quite quiet. These teams were actually joking with each other on our league page the other day, saying that if they gave Necro his Renekton, then they would let the other team have the Morgana, and it appears that treason has been broken already.
And now we see a Vayne ban and a Morgana ban and a Twitch ban. Not very
Surprising.
surprising.
I know they were talking about banning the Morgana Senna. Was it? Or Morgana Caitlyn? So it's
No,
interesting to see the Vayne ban prioritized over Caitlyn.
They could always, well, CC could always pick the Caitlyn, and you could force Evil to first pick the Caitlyn, and then we can counter pick that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not a bad ban for sure.
That makes sense. Well, and they did explicitly say that their fear was about the Morgana Kate bot lane. So with Morgana banned, maybe they're less scared of Kate with a different support.
Perhaps, yeah.
Because let's be honest, Violet has a really, really strong Morgana. Oh, nope, there's the Kate ban.
So it's a really targeted at the Evil's bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I think is pretty smart considering Chad Penguin and Boston are a really good duo. And they're finally reunited, Chad Penguin Boston duo. IRL BFFs and pretty formidable duo. So not bad. And then we see the first pick Sivir, the PMA LCS special.
I think Sivir's got to be the most played champion in PMA LCS that is not played anywhere else.
No, no, because Sky Fieri has played it top lane, and this
I don't
has
mean
played
any
it
other
mid
lane. I mean like in other leagues or other, certainly not in pro play. Not very common on solo duo ladder. But
oh, that's
God,
what
we
you
love
meant.
her here.
For sure, for sure. Then we see the Thresh first pick. I don't know how I feel about a Thresh. I mean, I guess you could always bait out the spell shield, but not.
Yeah, I don't love it as a pick into the Sivir. I agree, but God, Violet has a really good Thresh.
It is true. Violet Sosukat is a really good Thresh, so that is certainly possible. And with a chain CC provided by Deadly Flourish by the Jhin, I think it's actually not a bad pick for sure. Because he can only spell shield one thing, and you're either gonna be spell shielding the Thresh abilities or the Deadly Flourish. So
yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a smart choice to recognize. If you just take the Thresh, like you said, she can spell shield, but if you Thresh and Jhin behind it, they're left with a choice. Which of these things do I want to deal with less?
then we see a Shen being picked up here. I think that is for I think that is for allergic to milk. I'm not 100% sure. And
Doesn't Chad Penguin play a lot of Shen? I mean, I know he's not supposed to be their top laner, but
I mean,
if he plays a lot, he could take.
Chad Penguin's a pretty good Sivir, so I would be surprised if anybody else was taking that Sivir. And then we see Panic at
Yeah.
the top hat pick up the Galio. Galio and Shen is a really good protection too. Really good
Shen and
little.
Galio were both smart picks pre-ban because they could theoretically both go in multiple roles and are played by multiple people on. So, Galio support isn't probably the optimal pick, but Boss Tones can absolutely play it. And same with Shen's support. So
I
you're leaving them having to kind of pick where they put their bans.
I mean, I think that's going to be a mid lane Galio. Panic at the top hat is very good at, pretty good at that champion. So I would
Apparently,
actually see.
the cuddly crustaceans disagree, though. They dropped the Rumble ban.
Oh no, I mean that's a mid lane Galio, not a top lane Galio. I mean, you could theoretically play Rumble top lane.
True. But with Shen and Galio, I feel like standard you would expect Shen top, Galio mid. But CC's trying to be safe and say, well, just in case.
Fair enough. It could also be a Shen jungle. Just saying.
Mm. Hmm.
And then
I don't know that I love that, but I guess you're right.
we see a Kled ban here.
Without
Then
either jungler,
I would not be surprised to see a Fizz being banned here or something like that. I would like to see something like that for Juice Me Daddy. But at the same time, Ornn is not a bad ban.
Horn makes.
Ornn does make sense. But I think with this kind of team comp, you could you don't have to worry about Fizz too much just because of the protection from Shen Galio, but still always a looming threat that exists.
We should also talk about, is the Jhin or the Trist mid lane?
It's the Trist mid lane. Oh, then I guess that Fizz wouldn't make sense in the first place. But it's Tristana. I believe it's Tristana mid and Aatrox top. But it seems like a really AD heavy team so far.
Yeah, extremely, especially with the.
Oh no, that's not. One of those pick is supposed to be Malzahar. I don't. Which pick is supposed to be Malzahar?
I'm guessing Tristana was supposed to be Malzahar?
Oh, that Tristana was supposed to be Malzahar. Actually,
it is Trist. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, that could be spooped on. I'm thinking that could possibly be spooped on Thresh because he does play a good amount of Thresh, and it could be Violet Sociocat. Violet Sociocat on Malzahar.
I would just be so surprised to see the team play Thresh and not give it to Violet. I mean, Violet's Thresh is just.
But the thing about Violet Sociocat is also a really good Malzahar just because she knows how to utilize Malzahar's abilities to one shove out the wave and then coordinate a four-man bot gank. And I feel like he could theoretically pull that out, especially with an Aatrox pick being there. That and that is not a Leona, that is a Yorick, by the way.
Mm.
And that's a Yorick top lane. So that's an Aatrox jungle from Legends MK, I think.
Interesting.
With a Yorick top.
That's a lot of interesting stuff.
I think that's a Necro guy on the Yorick. I think it's the Legends on Aatrox jungle, and I think it's Malzahar mid for Violet Sociocat and spooked Juice Me Daddy bot lane. So now we're gonna get into the in-game client here. And I still haven't perfected the scene switch yet, so bear with me.
Now you're doing great. You are the hero this league needs. If not the one it deserves.
But yeah, I think it's a very interesting draft. I don't know where everybody's going, but I think it's entirely possible that you actually send Spooked in the support role with a Thresh, with a Malzahar being locked in.
Mm.
Is that fear I smell?
It feels so high risk
Right.
to not give Violet such a power pick.
The thing is, both of them,
But
both those two specifically are both Violet Sociocat's power pick. That's the interesting part. Oh, and I guess Spooked is on the Jin and Violet Sociocat on the Thresh. I just never knew Juice Me Daddy would ever play Malzahar. Huh. I mean, I guess Malzahar is pretty easy, so I guess anyone could really play him. I guess.
what you gotta do
Don't
is
don't.
survive and press R on the right person.
That is fair enough. Don't hate us, Will Brooks, if you're watching. Don't hate us.
Don't you say us? I didn't say anything.
Alright, I'm going.
Oh my god. When you ban Rumble, he just goes, Thanks,
Who dares defy my will?
Oh, really? I heard. All right, I'm going. Sounded depressed.
Oh, my client's set to Japanese, so all the voice actors are different.
Oh, right.
And Rumble just makes a dumb noise, and I love it. But Cassiopeia still has that horrific scream.
For the band noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you're used to hearing that one.
Yeah, it sounds like her ultimate.
Her screaming is really nice. Actually, no one heard me say that. Actually, I don't think enough people are watching. So, I think I'm fine. I think.
You're thriving.
So yeah, it seems like it's Violet Sociocat on the Thresh with Juice Me and Daddy on the Malzahar. Ah,
I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean,
it does. It does.
Violet Thresh is just nutty.
Oh, I just realized it's Swain support.
Ooh.
That's
Bold.
a little terrifying.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what I was talking about when they picked up the Shen and the Galio. Is like, there's so much potential to flex those picks, and then you pick up something like Swain, and that can also be flex. That, until load in, tough for your opponent to really know who's going where.
Fair enough.
Sleepy?
No.
No, I'm fine.
So, which team do you think will win? Which team?
Well, I have a vested interest in believing in because he's been very nice to me. And I also, I think it's interesting. I think team comp wise, Evil has, a couple of global ultimates with a semi-global ultimate to back it up, and then a strong carry to really, you get that chain CC, you get the globals, and you have a lot of damage output from the Sivir. So I think there's a pretty clear direction and win condition there that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But Cuddly Crustaceans have, a Malzahar who can lock down the Sivir. They've got someone very, very good on Thresh.
I mean, I think the win con for Cuddly Crustacean, I think, is definitely more of a split focused, especially with the wave clear that Malzahar provides, as well as the split push pressure that Yorick provides. I think the biggest thing that their team's identity is more of a split focused rather than Evil's comp is more of a literally a basically protect Sivir or global engage with the Nocturne Galio, which is one of the best combos I think out there. Is global combos out there where you just Nocturne ulti and then Galio ulti on top of it. pretty good damage. You can just get rid of the squish. So I don't
Yeah, I
know
think there's a lot of potential there.
for sure.
Yeah, I in my heart I want to say Spooked because I believe in him and he's a good boy. But I do think Evil's got a very good team comp right now and a very clear path to victory.
And I do appreciate Panic at the Top Hat, so uh I will root for both teams too. But I like both teams though because they're both nice. But anyways,
Good
you you
games.
you can cheer for CC, then I'll cheer for Evil. How about that?
All right, cool.
So each team has an ally.
I love it. Excuse me.
Panic at the Top Hat being my captain for 2 splits.
Mm.
Oh, PTSM is right. One of these teams will win.
Oh yeah. You gotta open up Twitch before the game.
I think one of these teams will also lose.
One will win and one will lose. There are no draws in League of Legends. I guess theoretically there could be a draw, but it would have to be.
Theoretically.
I mean, it's so rare that I would be surprised if they even programmed it into the... You know, like the idea that the last hit on both Nexuses would happen perfectly simultaneously. Can't imagine they've even programmed it. An animation for that. So low odds.
I'm just gonna sit here and admire that Yorick skin. That's the best Yorick skin out there. If
It
you
really
wear
is.
any other
I think-
Yorick skin, you're wrong. You're
I
incorrect.
gotta say, Cuddly Crustacean's definitely winning the skin.
Although I do appreciate the pizza delivery Sivir.
Oh, I mean, it's
I
the best Sivers.
I crave pizza now. Thanks.
I always want pizza. The pizza delivery Sivir can't make up for Meowrick and a Prestige Aatrox. I am in game. Are we pausing at 10?
Yep, we're pausing at 10. Alright.
Alright.
Are you ready?
Whenever.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's such an exciting time. This is like the best. When everyone lines up at the front. There's so much possibility, and both teams ping for invades. It's much better than that. Just guys being dudes. So not shocking to see an invade on the side of the crustaceans, considering, and it looks like Evil is ready for it, all stacking in that back brush to stay nice and safe. Crustaceans lock up in the tri-brush. The odds of anything coming from this seem pretty low, and crustaceans starting to back out. It's not going to happen, so it goes.
So they go.
I think smart to look for an invade there when you've got a Thresh, and exceptionally when you've got a Thresh on somebody who's very comfortable on the Thresh. The odds of landing a good hook and making something happen are pretty high, but also good for them recognizing when it wasn't going to happen and being smart about it.
Don't we all love
I also
Boss
love
Tones?
Boss Tones.
We all love
Boss Tone
Tones.
Swain is spicy.
Boss Tone is just spicy.
I also love the Mighty Mighty.
So wait, are you play-by-play or am I play-by-play? I have no idea.
Whatever you prefer. I can play by play. I know you're tired.
Oh, that'd be great.
What if no one play by plays? Just double color.
Oh. A little bit of trading going on the bot lane. Not really, I guess.
Pretty standard stuff. Nothing super. Necro guy and allergic to milk both just walking back and forth. I appreciated that little dance they did for a bit there.
It's like a ballroom.
Yeah. Beautiful. Alright, Milk does get the level 2 first. He does step
get
up.
the-
Oh, and he is going in for it anyway. He gets some damage down on Necro guy. Necro does respond, gets level 2 in the middle of the fight, and is able to disengage. That was a smart engage from Milk. Oh, and Necro wants it back. It's just... kitties. I need directed camera to stop showing me top lane because the noise the cats make when they die is too sad. I can't handle it.
Yeah, that's always a little upsetting.
Aatrox going for a lane gank bot. Looks like he's coming through the alcove trying to hang out. Let's see if anything comes from it. Oh, and a big trade starts going out from allergic to milk on a Necro guy, but again, disengages it out.
Well, Necro guy's running out of corruption potion stuff.
Hoagie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know if Hoagie can't hear me or if I can't hear Hoagie.
I can hear you.
Hopefully Stream can hear me. Stream, can
Yeah.
you hear me? That's the dream.
Yes, I can hear you.
PTSM. Okay, I'm glad I can be heard. Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear Hoagie, sorry. But I love play-by-playing. I don't mind doing it at all. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, I am just gonna.
I'm gonna keep casting and... hopefully...
Oh, and invisible.
Nice. Yeah, Hoagie's back.
Invisible. Sivir Q. Hooray! I love invisible
God,
skill
the bug
shots.
is back again.
You can't see the pizza
Everybody's
going through.
favorite.
ADC skill shots being invisible. That's everybody's favorite.
It's incredible to me they haven't hotfixed that yet.
I remember.
That's like so unacceptable. And a little bit of a trade goes down bot, but nothing to scream about. Sort of the name of the game so far. Taking safe trades when they can, but nobody trying to really take a huge engage. We already see a pretty significant farm lead coming top lane for Shen, as well as a lead for the Jhin and bot lane. Each of those going to do a different team. And it starts to open up and starts to suggest that one lane might be campable for one team or the other. Ooh, and a very nice hook from Violet. It's not quite enough to get Chad Penguin as low as they want. The Ignite does go down, but it's going to leave him at about 25% health. A very, very good hook, but not quite the follow-up they needed.
Oh. They're
We do have a
coordinating.
danger ping coming down.
They're already coordinating a 4-man bot.
Oh, and Chad Penguin going very low. Probably going to have to back off pretty soon here. Oh, the flash comes in from Spooked. Gets pulled under turret by Boss Tones. Is the Ignite going to be enough? Yes, and an auto from Boss Tones takes first blood onto the Spook. Very good E, very good flash. So around good. Oh, and a great grab from Violet to pull Juice Me Mommy out of that fight so that they can focus their effort on the Galio, but it's not going to be enough. Juice Me Daddy just running away, everybody disengaging. And now Evil maybe looking for a dragon. Definitely looking for a dragon.
Yep. You know what I want to see this game? You know what would make me really happy?
What?
If Juice Me Mommy can't Juice Me Daddy.
Or are they on opposite teams? Oh,
Yeah, they're on
you-
opposite team. I would
Good.
love to see a marriage a little bit of a marriage feud.
Love it. The only time I've seen them both in the same game was when Juice Me Daddy was filling for Evil. Or subbing for Evil. So I thought they were on the same team.
Nope.
My bad. Oh, and a big attempted an engage from Panic at the top hat. Does drop the ultimate, but doesn't quite land the engage. Juice Me Daddy very low mana, but still able to get away.
Oh,
Spooked taking a turret shot off of that. Maybe pushing up a little too hard, and Boston's going to be able to keep them from getting any plates down there.
And right now we see a little bit of a gold lead from Sivir in the bot lane, but a little bit of a gold deficit at the moment in the top lane. But it's mostly even. It's mostly even in both in the bot and the top lane.
Yeah, and pretty close to neutral. I mean, 10.7 versus 10.5. So overall, even with that dragon advantage, not a massive gold advantage to Evil. But, you know, also important to note, there is something to be said for the morale advantage and the tempo advantage of having First Blood and a dragon. And Bosstones does with the E, but gets quite a bit of poke damage. Violet lands a long-range Q and is able to be Bosstones very low, but drops the Ignite on Chad Penguin rather than Bosstones. Another shot from Spook takes Bosstones low, but it looks all not going to be quite enough. Well, the stun comes down, followed by the Q. Just barely missed. And that fight disengages.
And then we see the Aatrox looking bot lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still hanging out. I feel like after that fight disengaged, I expected him to back off, unless he goes for a full-on dive, and it looks like he is. Spooked drops the ult, pushes them toward Violet. Violet's able to rend one away. However, Galio coming in does get a kill off on Spooked, and now Aatrox is trying to go for a fight. Meanwhile, a fight breaks out top as well, and direct camera takes us there. Now we are back down where a TP is coming in for Cuddly Crustaceans. Chad Penguin going very low, but Aatrox getting pulled back. Aatrox not quite able to finish it off as Panic at the top hat dashes in to knock up Juice Me Daddy. Is he gonna get away? Yes. And all said and done, a 1-for-1 trade in that.
And that is this is what their team comp likes to do. Is like, yes, you can get a hook onto a carry, or you could Malzahar ulti the Nether Grasp onto a carry, but then you can immediately follow that up with a Shen Galio ulti, which both I think that's what Evil's comp is meant to do, which is contrary to what their name implies, which they're not evil, they're trying to be heroic, and they're actually trying to save each other, but counterintuitive, I think, but...
Hey, bad guys can still help other bad guys.
I guess so.
Oh, and Legends putting some good damage down on Juice Me Mommy there. Juice Me Mommy does burn his spell shield, not quite enough, but Legends doesn't think he's got the kill there, decides to back off.
And we see it's kind of even right now, in my opinion. Even though it looks a lot better on Evil right now, I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a bit of a tempo advantage to Evil for sure, but overall it's close.
I think the big thing about
Oh, good start on Chad Penguin, but nothing gonna come of it.
I think once CC starts, Cuddly Crustacean starts working towards their win con, I think they're a lot better off for it.
The top hat does get the damage and the stun on Juice Me Daddy, but not quite enough to get a kill. It's gonna poke him down and keep him, do some farm denial. That's a lot of what these poke wars are right now, just trying to deny farm from your opponent.
Then we see a standard. Oh, we see a fight in the top lane. The Spirit Field comes out.
And a good flash to avoid Necro Guy's wall. Necro does send the minions in, but they're not quite going to be enough. Shen will get away as a big fight breaks out bot lane. We have a great hook onto Bosstones, pulls him in, but Legends gets right in the middle of the fray. Is taken down by Bosstones ulting. Violet Sociocat is now caught out and also going to fall to Chad Penguin, giving another 400 gold to the team. Meanwhile, an engage comes between Panic at the top and Juice Me Daddy. Huge damage on Juice Me Daddy while he's stunned. Trying to walk away, but is he going to get away? But the flash from Panic at the top hat does leave him under turret and stunned by the ult, but not quite enough. And Juice Me Daddy will go down, actually to Bosstones with the kill steal.
No, that's actually a really big that's a really big move by Malzahar, because otherwise because Galio was diving tower, he was just gonna die to tower if he didn't die fast enough, because he was still tracked by the Nether Grasp.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I know what he was going for. It just didn't work. It was just fine. Things don't work sometimes. Good flash from Spooked.
Absolutely, good flash.
Panic at the top hat in a bit of a dangerous position here. Legends does catch him, but he ults to get away. Very smart defensive bolt from Panic at the top hat.
Yeah, Panic at the top hat's doing a really good job actually. Utilizing his mobility and being able to find ways to get in and out of fights.
Absolutely.
But I
Well,
think
and what was once
Mhm.
a very close game now seems to be pretty significantly going in the direction of evil.
I think CC is still not out of it though. I think they just need to play. I think they need to go for a more split-oriented comp rather than trying to do like a 4-man rotation or something like that, and trying to like pick somebody off. Even trying to pick somebody off, I think, is a little hard for their specific team comp, just because there's a Shen and a Galio that can like help.
Mhm.
Obviously, if they work around the Galio cooldowns and the Shen cooldowns, then it's entirely possible. But I think
Absolutely. CC just has so much mobility.
CC,
Or Evil has so much mobility, sorry.
but at the same time, CC's biggest strengths are the ability to wave clear with space aids and
Mhm.
just the presence of Yorick and his ghosts and the maiden summoners,
Oh,
by
if-
the way.
If Directed Camera decides to finally show it to us, it looks like Juice Me Mommy getting caught out there, but he does way before it's a gauge.
CC essentially has a TF in what they call the TFT world, summoners comp, right?
Kinda.
Which still
They do have a very good. They do have a very good 1-3-1.
they
Like
do.
you're saying, they've got a lot of split from Yorick and a lot of split from Malzahar. You know, we're just still at a point in the game where they're not able to do that yet. Oh, and a big engage from Allergic to Milk with Panic at the top hat on his way, trying to take it down. Oh, and Juice Me Mommy there as well. Fantastic flash from Necro Guy over the thick wall.
I think this is the
Manages to.
I think this is the time where they're gonna want to look for something bot lane CC if there's enough people
Yeah,
available.
absolutely. Yeah,
And
you
a
know
really
there's
good-
three top, and that's
oh.
exactly what they're doing. Legends comes in, does ult. Violet misses the Q though, so they're not quite going to be
No,
able to
actually-
get something off.
Violet actually didn't miss the Q. It was just spell shielded.
Oh, okay. My directed camera didn't show me that. It just showed her. Oh, and she does get the Rendo into the ult that takes Boston's down. Legends gets in. Boston's drops the stopwatch, but it comes back while the Jhin ult is still happening, but that's not quite enough. Legends does die. Violet taken low enough to have to run. Gets the Rend on Chad Penguin, but it's not enough. Violet goes down. Chad Penguin getting pretty low, but still chasing as Boston's is there. They have the damage output, and they take out Jhin as well. The TP coming in from Juice Me Daddy, but definitely too late. Might also die to this 2v1. Oh, as we get the ultimate coming in from Shen, and Shen is going to take down Juice Me Daddy, but Juice Me Daddy does finish a kill on Boston's in the meantime, and a kill on Chad Penguin. So Malzahar with that really late teleport actually gets a double kill.
Well, yeah, because the space aid is still really good at cleaning fights up. I think that's still a smart teleport by Juice Me Daddy. I think was able,
Yeah, agreed.
still able to provide a lot of cleanup with the space aids as well.
Yeah, well, and that's even with the Shen ult. Yeah.
Technically, it's
I
called
mean,
Malefic
if
Vision.
it had just been a 2v1, he might have. The Shen ult is Mystic Vision?
What?
Or Shen ult is Mystic Vision, or Space Aids are Mystic Vision?
Malefic Vision is space aids.
Mal-
Shen's ult is Stand United.
I really need to learn ability names.
You're good. Boomerang Blade, not really going anywhere. Like, actually, no, I don't even know where the Boomerang Blade is going because like, that skill shot is invisible for some reason.
Yep.
And the really
and
good,
Violet just gets caught out
the really
a little
good
bit,
never
does
move.
get stunned and ulted by Boston. Meanwhile, we get an ult coming down from Juice Me Mommy onto Juice Me Daddy, but Juice Me Daddy flashes over the wall and is able to get out. They do keep chasing, but it's not quite enough. They're probably just going to take their third dragon off of this and call that a win.
Really good rotation. I think really good ult by Juice Me Mommy as well. I think it denied a lot of visions that that CC could have used.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think this is why I think Nocturne's a really good champion right now, and especially in female CS where you can really deny vision, which we need vision in order to contest things, right?
Yeah.
Dragon objective, so
Well,
being able to deny that.
interestingly, you know, CC's not that far behind right now, gold-wise. Oh, and they're getting a pick possibly on Panic at the top end. He's going pretty low. For some reason, Directed Camera wants to show me top lane instead. Panic at the top end taken very low.
Galli
Managed to jump.
to get out though. Really close on CC. CC was almost able to get it with the Malefic Visions, but that doesn't quite have enough damage. Really good never
Oh,
move
and
by
Boston's with
Boston.
the fantastic heat.
Yeah, Boston had a really good never move right there, being able to just root them and then just pull them with the I forgot what swing passive is called.
It was really, really good play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's only a 2k gold lead. I mean, now like 2, but there's only a 2k gold lead because of the farm advantage. But it's so easy to feel like you're very far behind. You know, 3 dragons and an 11. But they really weren't that far behind.
And as I was saying, I mean, Opie, that's what exactly I was trying to say as well, is that Evil does have that like global comp going. I think CC though does really have that split pressure with the Yorick, so I think they're still totally doable for sure.
Oh, and Yorick taking down a turret. That's a nice, opens up top lane, makes things kind of nice for them. Oh, a fantastic stopwatch from Scrooge. Really good call taking that up, but it's not quite going to be enough. Still going to go down as the Rift Herald finishes off that tier 2 bottom turret. Legends, Violet, and Juice Me Daddy are looking for the fight, but decide it's not worth it as Galio rotates in and just...
And we see the gold differential right here. Now we look at the gold differential. It's a 1k gold difference actually in the top lane. This Yorick is pretty ahead, but we see the Proto Belt and the Justice Punch go in, and then Violet Sociocat's immediately dead.
Yeah. You know, and that's been the name of the game for the last couple fights, hasn't it? It just seems like a lot of CC trying to make plays happen and just having their idea answered by murder.
Yeah, I think they're definitely down a lot of kills right now, but they're not that far down in terms of like gold. The only thing that they have to do now though, because they have 3 Drakes from the side of Evil, Yorick's gonna have to, I think, get a lot of priority bot side.
Yeah, Necro doing a great job of these split pushes. Got that tier 1 turret top, immediately goes bot to try and take the tier 1 bot. He's got a plan, he's got a direction, and he's doing it well. But is it going to be enough?
That is to be answered in the next couple of minutes, to be honest.
Honestly, probably to be answered in 1 minute and 19 seconds. I think this next Drake is going to be a really, really big fight. You know, and that's Necro's sort of, he's kind of on a timer, you know? Necro really needs to kill this tier 1 turret before that dragon comes out, open up that bot lane. Oh, Violet definitely looking for a hook on Allergic to Milk here. Allergic to Milk baiting a little bit through the... Can they cancel the ult? They do! The Q cancels the teleport. Allergic to Milk now running for his life. Legends getting some damage down, but he's pretty darn tanky. Violet goes a little wide on the Q, but it's still good enough to get the kill. But now they've got to get to that dragon before Nocturne takes it. Nocturne ults onto the Yorick. Is it going to be enough? Plenty! Just takes Necro guy down pretty much immediately. Mid turret goes down.
Really good
Lots of good damage.
really good Never Grasp onto Boston. Boston goes down, and this might be the fight that CC needs.
This could be it. Violet does not quite get the hook onto Juice Me Mommy. But is it going to matter? They've got 4 here. Nocturne looking for a steal to take this 4th dragon. And the problem with it is, even if Juice Me Mommy doesn't get the steal, it's only 1st dragon for CC. CC has much more to lose than what they have to gain. They're playing it slow. I think it's smart. Tries to get a hook on Juice Me Mommy. Deals a little while. Oh, and they're pushing down. Oh, his Necro guy comes in. Juice Me Mommy forced to flash over the wall. The General comes down. Lands once on Juice Me Mommy, twice for the kill. Scoop takes down Juice Me Mommy. Allergic to Milk steps into the General, takes 2 shots. The team starts to chase him down. Legends gets some damage down. Allergic to Milk flashes, then try and take care of Juice Me Daddy. Doesn't quite get the damage down. Can Legends kill him? First, Spooks takes down Sivir. In the meantime, this fight turns into 2 fights, and both of them won by CC. Bosstone's now coming in with Galio, trying to clean things up. Spooks taking quite a bit of damage. Malzahar gets back in. Spooks is able to take down the Galio. Bosstones goes down, and the ace for Cuddly Crustaceans will give them their first dragon of the game.
That's a really good catch-ups by the side of Cuddly Crustaceans. I think that's exactly the fight that they needed. They needed to break out the team fighting potential of Evil, which then really alleviated a lot of pressure from their team fight, because their team fight presence is what is really strong. If you can break that up, I think it's really good for Cuddly Crustaceans for sure. I think that was a huge swing in gold actually for Jhin. Jhin now is actually slightly ahead of Sivir in terms of gold. Not massively ahead, but slightly ahead. So.
Absolutely. And, you know, the only problem, of course, is they have to do that again and again and again. You know, that's the problem with getting down 3 dragons is, as nice as it is to take that first mountain, CC now, every single time a dragon comes up, they have to contest desperately to keep Evil from getting that soul.
And then we see Juice Me Mommy going right onto Juice Me Daddy, and Juice Me Daddy.
Oh, Malzahar with the return ult though.
Really good stopwatch by Juice Me Mommy, being able to protect himself from the Jhin ulti, so from the curtain call. Now the curtain call is also down.
Oh yeah, that's Jin's. Gosh, I didn't see that.
And then we see the unstoppable hunt being blown onto the Sivir, and then we see the Aatrox ult being blown, and then there's a huge fight going on.
Oh, really nice.
Really nice hook, but I don't think that's enough. No, it's not enough. It's then.
Meanwhile, Allergic to Milk is taking the tier 1 turret while that fight breaks out. Says, alright, you guys have fun.
Have fun, kids. I feel like.
Yeah, honestly, I like that a lot.
I feel like that's Allergic to Milk's pathetic. Have fun, kids. There's no junglers to contest this objective at the moment. Oh, you get the pick onto Bosstones.
Ooh, and the Baron to blue. Is it going to be enough? A really nice stopwatch from Bosstones, followed up by the ult from Panic and Top Hat, is able to disengage the fight. And Evil now with 5 people with Baron buff, and just resting on those laurels.
Yeah, really good ulti actually from Juice Me Mommy with that paranoia. That paranoia prevented any vision to follow up onto Bosstones. I think that was a really good what my jungler would like to call the zoning paranoia. And that's a really perfect example of a zoning paranoia, where you just deny vision to prevent the kills from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Zoning ult, but Nocturne. Hey, whatever gets the job done, you know?
Vision.
You got a minute 20 until the next dragon, so definitely going to see a fight break out around there. In the meantime, everybody's trying to get some positioning, trying to get some pressure in lanes. Mid lane particularly a concern for CC, so not shocking they're trying to push that out.
see a little bit of. You can see the positioning around Drake right now. The Drake is gonna spawn in 40 seconds, not 40 minutes. Oh god, 40 seconds.
Yeah, please don't make me wait 40 minutes for that.
Waiting 40 minutes for our next Drake. But yeah, 40 seconds until the next Drake. So it's gonna really come down to these last.
And you can
next
see
few seconds.
everybody already starting to position around it. Shen trying to get some more pressure top lane because he knows he can ult in with that Stand United when he needs to. Juice Me Mommy just killing off some wards. Evil trying to position effectively around this. Oh, and nope. I thought that was going to be the engage, but they said no, thank you. Violet maybe a little far out, could be trying to pull a bait. Now, did they try to melt this dragon, or did they try to pull it out? It looks like they're going for the melted option. Bosstones comes in, but might be a little too far forward. The Paranoia comes down and forces out a flash. Bosstones is able to get a kill off. Legends MK getting very low. Good flash by Juice Me Mommy, keeps him alive against Legends. The Jhin ult comes down, but a little bit too late. Evil now starting to clean up. Juice Me Daddy forced Flash away to try and keep from being cleaned up. Meanwhile, Bosstones and Juice Me Mommy turn onto the dragon to secure that soul as Juice Me Daddy goes down in the mid lane after a stop block. And that is definitely soul for the side of Evil.
It's a Mountain Soul, which makes Shen really hard to kill, the Galio really hard to kill.
Swain and his ult.
Swain and his ult, really hard to kill. I think the way I think if CC wants to get back into this, I feel like it's still possible. I think
they might push to end here. I mean, Evil opting to rotate bot rather than backing. They might just be going for the in-base fight. Yeah, and Panic at the top hat says absolutely. Dashes in, tries to get some damage down. The Paranoia does come up, but Galileo is killed. And Violet Sociocat goes down. A double kill for Nocturne. Can he make it into a triple kill on an Necro guy? Not quite enough as Malzahar knocks him down. Malzahar ults Bosstones to try and keep him down, but gets melted himself. And 3 for 2 in base.
Hey, these fights are pretty insane, actually. Pretty insane.
Evil is unconcerned.
Yeah, Evil is doing a really good job playing to their win condition, I think. Which is that really good protection. Even Nocturne ulti now can provide protection for the Sivir and the Swain, so I think Evil is doing a really good job playing to their strengths, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, a little posturing around Baron. It is up in a little over a minute. Oh, and it's got to be picked. Eagles just aren't picking them up.
I think CC just needs to somehow hold them off until they can somehow find Yorick's win con to be effective. I think they still need to fend off the supers, I think, before they can do that.
I mean, look, the great secret of League is that at a certain point, advantages don't matter.
It's true. Popo can always throw.
I mean, the soul will always matter, but if everyone's full build, it doesn't matter how quickly you got there. So. Well, we do have lots of pings coming down on that top turret, trying to save the last of their 3 inhibitors. Violet goes a little wide on that grab.
I think it's smart sending Shen to just be a nuisance to the bot lane side, the bot side.
On a big hook on Juice Me Mommy, forcing out the spell shield. Juice Me Mommy does try to ult in, but it isn't enough. Jhin gets the kill. Bosstone's now going in. They're able to take out Violet Sociocat. Bosstone's keeping most of his health, takes out another kill. And all of a sudden, this is turning well in favor of Evil. Jumping under the turret to do some great damage onto Juice Me Daddy. And now 3-for-1 in base. Necro guy and Spook trying to defend, but isn't going to be enough. Bosstone's going pretty low, is forced to Zhonya's. Damage going down on Necro guy under turret, but Panic has to back out, taking turret shots, and they just don't have the wave, but one is catching up with them now. Spook is able to get a kill, but gets dove. It goes down along with Yorick, and that very well may be game.
No, it's definitely game, but
I don't know, dude.
But
Ali
really-
could pop off.
fair enough, you know, I believe.
Yeah, Ali
But-
says no. Ali runs back into Fountain.
But I think that was a really good game by Evil. I think Evil has been having some rough patches in terms of their record, so I think good for them. I think they were able to pull that win off. I think I think they, my opinion, to be honest, I think they want to pick ban. I think, just because of their particular comp, it had a clear direction of where it needed to go. Which allows Chad Penguin to not int. I think that's the key here.
That's the play.
As long as you can keep him from inting with Galio and Shen, I think that's what the goal of that team comp was, to prevent Chad Penguin from inting. Uh, roasted, I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think all joking aside, I think Evil pulled off a win thanks to their ability to, I think, play to their particular conditions. So, good job. I'm gonna make the straw poll right now. So after I post it, please vote. I would like to give my vote to Panic at the top hat. That's who I'm going to give my, either him or Boss Tones, I think. Because Boss Tone also did get some really nice engages with the Never Move. I think that was pretty good on those were really on point on his part, and was able to really set the early, really able to define the early game along with Panic at the top hat. So that being said, I just made the straw poll, so I'm going to post it, and please vote, and then we will be back for game 2. Okay?
Yeah.
Sending the straw poll in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yo, why is PMA OWL not a mod? Make the Overwatch League a mod in our chat, you monsters. Oh wow, they're getting right into it. They already dropped the pro draft.